Will be made by Mr Sam Schneier. Days Siyum has been sponsored by Rabbi Shaul Engel, the early Nishmas, Rabbi Yob and Shaul. It's his birthday of. A reminder for those that can't make it in person, we live stream all the Siyumim on the Shaul's YouTube channel. Except for Shabbos.
Right, so it's my honour to make a Siyum tonight on Maseches Horius and Seder Nezikin also. The Horius is obviously the last Gemara in Seder Nezikin, but it could quite easily have been put into the next Seder, which is Kodshim. So I think it's appropriate in these 3 weeks to, or the 9 days, to make a Siyum on Horius. It also has 3 chapters for the 3 weeks, just as an aside. It deals the Gemara deals mainly with aspect of Korbanos, which are kapara for certain things. Deals with a number of chatas and ashamas. The principal or the main Korbanos which it speaks about the Par Helam Dava, the atonement sacrifice which is brought for a inadvertent a sin which is inadvertently doing something which the Beis Din ruled in error, and the other principal one is the Par Kohen Mashiach, which is the atonement, which is or the bull which is brought by the Kohen Mashiach, or also for inadvertent sin. So most of the majority of the Masechet, as I said, deals with aspects of Kodshim of Korbanos, and in the last section we. To finish, there's a certain number, a few different sayings which might be very nice to present. Gadol Avera lishmo mitzvah shelo lishma, and La'olam yasok adam b'torah v'mitzvahs afilu shelo lishma mitoch shelo lishma v'lishma. And the last section, last 3 Mishnayos, deal with orders of precedence, and it's introduced with orders of precedence in bringing korbanos. For instance, the Para Mashiach and the Para Eda are both standing to be brought. The one of the anointed Kohen Gadol is brought first, and other ones are mentioned there. And then it comes to orders of precedence, Kohen, the succeeding Mishnayos, Kohen before Levi, Levi before Yisrael, etc., etc. And in the last section of the Gemara, we find a couple of admirable aspects and a couple of not so admirable, which again you could relate to the 3 weeks. We learn the story of the semi-rebellion of Reb Meir of Nassan against the Nasi of the day, and we learn that, or we find that Reb Meir was he was called Acherim rather than by name in the Gemara, and Reb Nassan is Yesh Oimrim, because that was a punishment for what they'd done to another Rav. But there's also a story which is the reverse, where and just give me a second to find it. So again, we are talking about precedence, whether a Sinai or somebody who has an extensive knowledge in Torah and the oral law has precedence, or whether whether somebody who has who is stronger in logical reasoning, and there was they sent there were the two Rabbanim. Rabbi Yosef was a Sinai, and Rabba was Oike Harim, an uprooter of mountains, who took precedence. They sent Shalach al-Taman. They sent a query to Eretz Yisrael from Babel, and Shalchulu, they answered Sinai Adif. The Sinai takes precedence, and but nevertheless, Rabbi Yosef, who was a Sinai, he didn't accept the position of the Nasi for himself. He gave it up to Rabba, who was who ruled as the head of the academy for 22 years. And Hadam Malach Rav Yosef, and when he died, Rav Yosef took over. So that's something which we should emulate to sort of be humble, and the Gemara also gives other indicators of his humility. And just another, the conclusion of the Gemara was also following rules of precedence. Ibailahu, Rabbi Zera, Rabba Rab Masna, Heiminayu Adif, which of them is preferable? Rabbi Zera Harif Nakshe. Rabbi Zera was sharp and he brought up difficulties. Rabba Bar Rab Masna, Masun Masik. But on the other hand, Rab Masna was patient and he reaches conclusions logically. So the Gemara concludes Tekel. So hopefully, Eliyahu and Navi, the Mashiach, will come soon to answer all these kashas. So Hadron Alach Kohen Mashiach, L'Slikala Maseches Harayas, L'Seder Zikim. Hadron Alach Maseches Harayas, L'Seder Zikim, Hadron Alach Alan. Daitan Alach Maseches Harayas, L'Seder Zikim, Daitan Alach. Lon Nisashem Menach Maseches Harayas, L'Seder Zikim. Lon Nisashem Menach Laba Almala Adein Li Laba Alma Dasei. Continue the rest, or just Yiratzon Ufanecha Nalahenu, Vahevaseinu, Shethet, Umanos Chaba Olamazeh, Uskei Man Olamaba, Haninu Rapapa, Ram Rapapa, Nachman Rapapa, Abai Rapapa, Abai Mari Rapapa, Rafa Rapapa, Rakish Rapapa, Surka Rapapa, Ada Rapapa, Naru Rapapa, Haradan Alahenu, Es Ibrei Saseka, Sores Kabafino, Yos, Am Kabesh Israel, Nie, Kuban Achman, Saseinu, 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 Am Kabesh Israel, Kulan Yadesh Mech, Kulan Desh, Sorasech Alishma, Mahayavai, Secha Meini, Sasech Aki, Ulalami, Li, Yili Bi, Samim, Kecha, Leman Lo Yavosh, Lelam Lo Eshkach, Kudecha, Kivam, Yitanu, Kuruchaton Noi, Lamdeni, Kecha, Amen, 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 Selabaed. מודים אנחנו לפניך נראינו, עשינו ששמת חלקנו מיושבי המדרש ולא שמת חלקנו מיושבי קרנס, שאנו משקיעים והם משקיעים, אנו משקיעים ידידרי סוירת והם משקיעים לדברים בסדר. אנו המלא והם המלא, אנו המלא מקבלים שכר, הם המלא ואינם מקבלים שכר, אנו רצים והם רצים. אנו רצים לחייל המבע והם רצים לדבר שחס, שנאמר ואתה להיב תורדן לדבר שחס, אנשי דמים ומרמה לא יפצו, מה יבנו, אני אפתח בה. יהי רצון בפניך אלוהינו, אלוהי כתבים שעזרתנו ישראל מכניסת צורייס וסדר זיקים, כן תעזרנו להסיל מסכתורייס, ספרים אחרים וסיימן. ללמוד ובאמת לשמור לעשות, לקיים בכל דברי תורתך ואבא, זכוס כל התנאים והאמוראים ותלמידי החכמים יעמוד לי לזרי, שלא ישמוש התורה מפי ומפי זרי, זרע זרי עד עולם, ותתקיים בי, והלכתך תנחה עושך, ושוכבך תשמור עליך, והקיצויך כי תשיחך, כי בי ירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנוס חיים, אורך ימים ימינם, ושמאלה עושר וכבוד. הנוי אז לא ייתן, הנוי ישמו בשלום.
Amen. Amen.
Good.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.